It's 2093 and the crime rate around the globe keeps increasing year after year while a creature of alien origin starts attacking humans and begins to tear down everything. 2 years pass by in utter hopelessness as the government gives up and everyone starts panicking. At a time when no one thought anyone could possibly come to their rescue, the world's first superhero makes an appearance. His name is Zero, unironically. However, not much later, humanity's sole source of survival, Zero, also disappears. Episode 1. Before disappearing, Zero defeated countless monsters and even got rid of their main leader. He also acquired and disclosed important intel on these monsters. He was the head of the counterattack, and eventually a superhero team was formed in 2100. As a result, the crime rate declined and global peace was restored. That's when Zero chose to leave. In the present time, we meet Ji Lin, who appears to be dissatisfied by all of the film series based on Zero, the legendary hero. His dissatisfaction begins to make sense when it is revealed that he is the one who inspired those films. He is Zero, but has kept his identity hidden. It's ironic that the actual savior of the world has just been kicked out of the house by his sister to find work. Soon, we meet Mr. Shishan, the famous superstar, who has all the girls fawning over him. A group of C-level criminals attempts to shoot him, but Shishan and his band effortlessly handle them with their superpowers. Ji Lin then handcuffs the culprit. When the culprit sees the cuffs that only senior officers can have, he becomes enraged, and it is revealed that it is Shishan who bribed him to pretend to be beaten up in order to boost his own rank. Thinking that he has been fooled, the culprit transforms into a B-level criminal, revealing his actual strength. Shishan realizes that the fight is well beyond his league, but it is too late. He and his band are knocked unconscious. This is followed by the heroic entrance of Zhan Chen, a level E hero. His low ranking begins to make sense when all of his attacks are proven to be useless, and the thug throws him in a trash can without breaking a sweat. Useless but relentless, Zhan Chen refuses to give up. To protect Ji Lin, who he mistakes for an ordinary civilian. He stands still even when the buffed up 6-foot-tall thug starts charging at him. Seeing his determination, Ji Lin intervenes and knocks out the thug with a single blow. However, he disappears as soon as an upper rank hero appears on the scene. Zhan Chen follows Ji Lin to his home to recruit him as a hero. Although Ji Lin refuses, his sister agrees as soon as she hears about the salary of a hero. The next day, Ji Lin visits the facility to give an entrance test, but is surprised to see several statues of heroes besides the statue of Zero. He doesn't recall them fighting alongside him. Zhan Chen explains that those are the highest ranked heroes. To everyone's surprise, Ji Lin beats the physical strength examiner, something no other contestants have been capable of doing. However, all of his excitement fades away at the mention of a written test. Episode 2. As expected, Ji Lin answers all the questions in the most stupid way possible. However, Miss Dong states that he is at least A-level hero, so overall he passes. Just then he witnesses some crooked guys bullying a kid called Yang Cheng. They are telling him to quit the job since he is a burden to them. The little boy accuses them of not being true heroes, but the bullies label heroes who die like Zero as stupid. Ji Lin, irritated that no one is coming to the boy's aid, steps in himself. The trio calls themselves the Golden Triangle. But they flee when they see Shisan, an E-level hero who couldn't tolerate the insult thrown at Zero. It doesn't take long for Shisan and Ji Lin to get along because of their common love for 2D characters. Ji Lin recruits him into his team, and now the group includes Ji Lin, Shisan, Yanchong, and Zhan Chen. Curious about why everyone is so afraid of Shisan despite him being an E-level hero, Ji Lin asks him about his superpower. It is revealed that Shisan can bring bad luck to those around him, which is why everyone avoids him. All of the orphanages he went to were destroyed due to natural causes. He unintentionally demonstrates this power, as his one little punch on a pillar causes the entire building and statues to crumble. Ji Lin succeeds in saving a little girl, but Yanchong ends up in a hospital. Episode 3. A few days later, the four depart on a mission when they receive a suspicious letter regarding a criminal organization preparing to trade something special and dangerous. The organization is also joined by numerous sea-level criminals. While Shi-sun keeps an eye on the criminals and Yang Chong packs jet boots, Zhan Chen and Ji Lin play the important role of freeloaders. During the trade, the buyer organization asks the seller to demonstrate the product. Some chemicals are mixed which result in a slimy monster that can be controlled from a remote. The heroes arrive to catch them red-handed. Yan Chong introduces himself as a carrier of goods, Shi-sun, the jinxed, Jilin, the indifferent ordinary soldier, and Yan Chong, the god of war. The fight ensues and Yan Chong shoots spicy bacon inside the monster's mouth, which leaves it stunned. Jilin accidentally blows away the monster downtown where all the restaurants are located. After adding zero contribution to most of the fight, Zhan Chen eventually saves the day with his water-purifying tool and jet boots. Once the monster turns into water, it is revealed that there was actually a little girl inside the creature all along. Miss Dong arrives to take the little girl into her care and explains the situation to the rest of the group. She informs them that numerous charities have been established all over the world, but their objective is to simply obtain humans as experimental materials, and the young girl is one of such experiments. The kids who fail the experiment die. Ji Lin already knew half of the truth, but when he discovers the hero organization has done nothing to solve the problem, his anger explodes. However, he stops as soon as he sees as a result of his mental power their condition is getting worse. Everyone's jaws drop when Miss Dong states that she believes the owner of the Hero Association is at the heart of all the problems. Episode 4. Ji Lin requests his sister to buy new clothes for the little girl and explains that she is an orphan who has no place to go. Moved by the cuteness of the kid, she agrees. Meanwhile, President Ouyang has hired 3 men to capture Miss Dong and bring back the little girl who is an integral part of some important gene experiment. Turns out these 3 men are the Golden Triangle that the squad is feuded with earlier. It takes mere seconds for Ji Lin to beat them up. He then returns home with his sister who has decided to adopt Moo, the little girl. President Ouyang lashes out when he finds out the 3 of them couldn't bring back the girl, but his subordinate assures him that he has made other arrangements. Later that night, a girl is seen spying on a man and then jumps on him to snap his neck. However, his head detaches from his body and there seems to be a device in his mouth. Turns out it is Zhan Chen's residence and he enters the room in his bathrobe. The girl panics and shoves the device in his mouth. After making questionable sounds, Zhan Chen reveals that the device is just a toothbrush. She tries to take him down as her boss had ordered, but ends up running when his bathrobe disappears in a terrible turn of events. Ouyang also sends an assassin to Ji Lin's house. He inserts a serum in his body that turns him into an S-ranked killer. It is still of no use as Ji Lin easily overpowers him. According to Miss Dong's plan, President Ouyang planned to contact the Hero Association in 3 days, which is a great opportunity for Ji Lin's group to be one step ahead of him and uncover his crimes. Episode number 5. In addition to Ji Lin's group, Miss Dong has requested help from a hero called Xiao Yi, along with the Muscle Gang to take down Ouyang. The Muscle Gang charges at the enemy without waiting for Dong's signal, and they all choose the opponent they are going to fight. Xiao Yi stops them from escaping in a helicopter, but she is taken down by Hunter, an A-ranked hero who has decided to side with Ouyang. Zhan Chen combats the intruder from the previous episode while Ji Lin takes the front against her boss, Mr. Gan. In the meantime, Miss Dong struggles against Ouyang and Hunter gives a hard time to Yan Chan and Xiao Yi. Episode 6. Miss Dong tries to distract Ouyang and take him on by surprise but fails. It is revealed that Ouyang has given Hunter an X-Field. As a gift for joining his team, X-Field was previously used against supervillains but has been modified to capture heroes and drain their powers. Hunter uses X-Field on Xiao Yi while brutally beating up Yan Chong. Mr. Gan has a hard time fighting Ji Lin, so he uses the serum. Ji Lin decides that it's time to finally get serious. He knocks Gan unconscious and leaves to help Miss Dong. Zhan Chen emotionally manipulates the intruder girl to join his team by reminding her that if she joins President Ouyang, she will always be on the run and will eventually be killed. He tells her that she can lean on him for help, which moves her, and she starts crying in his chest. Meanwhile, Yan Chong gives his all, trying to take down Hunter, but he isn't even able to inflict a scratch on his armor. Hunter shows no mercy in punching Yan Chong. Xiao Yi assumes that he has died and lets out all of her ice power in rage. She succeeds in eliminating Hunter and rushes to hold Yang Chong, who seems to be bleeding profusely. Dong manages to hold Ouyang in place while Ji Lin attacks from above. Ouyang injects the serum into his body and becomes S-ranked. Ji Lin scoffs and, as expected, dodges every punch that is thrown his way. Ouyang even uses his martial arts skills, but Ji Lin is always one level above. The fight is so intense that they turn into a fireball in the sky and then plummet to the ground. Ji Lin stands unscathed on his feet, while Ouyang lies unconscious. Dong asks him if the president is dead, but is told that he is only unconscious for a few days. When asked if he really is an S-ranked hero, Ji Lin replies that he himself has absolutely no idea what his rank is. Xiao Yi calls everyone to help Yan Chong, who still hasn't regained consciousness. Episode 7. Everyone is in the hospital recovering. Xiao Yi treats Yan Chong, while Bufei Wu treats Zhan Chen in a maid costume for no reason. Ji Lin asks others where Dong is as he hasn't seen her for a week, but she arrives on time and flirts with him for worrying too much about her. She tells them that since her family is influential, they are taking care of the whole Ouyang thing. She also informs the squad of special training if they are interested. Everyone reacts with excitement, except for Ji Lin, who believes that he is too strong to need any training. Xiao Yi reminds him that there are many influential families with members above S ranks. Therefore, he shouldn't be too overconfident. At this remark, Ji Lin challenges all of them to fight him together, so he can prove his strength and avoid the boring training. Everyone coordinates their moves, but Ji Lin still has the upper hand. Xiao Yi decides to combat him one-on-one, but fails miserably when Ji Lin punches her single-handedly with his one eye glowing. He realizes he went overboard and apologizes immediately. Bufei Wu and Dong also coordinate their moves, and the latter builds an ice barrier, but Ji Lin breaks it into tiny pieces. Although she succeeds in building an ice field around him that she is confident that no one can break, Ji Lin destroys it, and Dong is pushed back from the impact. Even Bufei Wu's back attack proves useless. Then Ji Lin remembers that Zhan Chen hasn't participated at all, so he humorously beats him into a pulp. That's what everyone gets for challenging the world's first superhero. Seeing Ji Lin's strength breaks everyone's passion for training and they quit, much to Dong's annoyance. At home, Ji Lin gets beat up by his sister, Lin Wan, for adopting a dog, but settles for it when Mumu requests to keep it. Lin Wan leaves to meet her boss, but it seems her boss is busy. Turns out he has been contacted by Ouyang. When he is about to leave, Miss Dong's elder brother, Dong Yang, enters the room and apologizes to Ouyang for her sister's behavior. It is revealed that Dong Yang is the new president of Hero Association, but Miss Dong isn't particularly happy with it. Soon it is shown that Dong Yang has a crooked personality and abuses his power over his sister. He tries to recruit Ji Lin into his team, who rejects the offer. Dong Yang gives him a death threat and uses his mental power to make him kneel. Everyone collapses down on their knees, except for the two who seem to be competing for dominance. Episode 8. Everyone on their Hero Association is on their knees. This is when Lin Ji decides to amplify his mental power to push back Dong Yang, who starts spitting blood. Dong Yang seems to be impressed and annoyed at the same time at Lin Ji's prowess. Meanwhile, Lin Wan finds out from her ex, Zhen Feng, that her new boss is in cahoots with Dong Yang, and their new experimentation is up to no good. Zhen Feng wants to protect Lin Wan, so he sets up his gang members around her location. Jilin misunderstands his intentions, so beats everyone up and gifts his sister a locket that she can use anytime to call for help. Later, it is revealed that Miss Dong is supposed to marry a spoiled brat from the Ouyang family, Zi Hao. The muscle gang tries to help her, but gets ruthlessly knocked over. Shi-san intervenes when Zi Hao is physically abusing Dong, but Zi Hao effortlessly slashes him from miles away and leaves him for dead. Episode 9. At the last second, Jilin comes to his rescue and destroys all the robots with a fire sword. Zi Hao gets the notification along with a live video, and the fire sword piques his interest. Jilin and Zhan Chen plan to go against Ouyang family for the sake Miss Dong, but Yang Chen hesitates. They are joined by Shi-san, the superstar from the first episode. Bu Fei Wu and Toto the dog hacks into the family security system and finds out they are planning Zi Hao and Dong's engagement ceremony to solidify the ties between their clans. Shi-san uses his fans to distract Ouyang clan by holding a protest, while the other three scale their walls, and Fu Wei deactivates their security system. Jilin arrives with a mask and fake weapon because he knows Zi Hao could be after his fire sword. While Zhen Chen distracts the guards, Jilin tries to convince Dong to escape with him. She refuses at first because she wants to avoid any more sacrifices, but Jilin reassures her that there will be none. Episode 10. On their way out, they encounter Zi Hao and his robots. Jin Li points out how unfair the sacrifice of Dong to maintain the relationship between both clans is, but Zi Hao couldn't care less. The latter challenges Jilin to a duel and promises freedom if he loses. However, if he wins, he wants his fire sword and Miss Dong. They head out to a battle arena with judges, the Ouyang heads, seated at the stage. Even the judges are bewildered when Jilin takes out his fire sword, which happens to be a special missing artifact. Zi Hao tells him to fight with no holds barred as the field around the arena deflects any stray attacks. Jilin decides to fight with a normal weapon instead of the fire sword, and Zi Hao claims that he can win by using bare hands. The battle starts and Zi Hao starts shooting air slashes and air bullets using his fingers, while Jilin dodges the attacks. Eventually he manages to kick Zi Hao, who smashes down on the ground. When he recovers, Zhen Hao puts on some gloves and tries to build a shield against Jilin's sword, but it doesn't take Jilin long to break his defense and punch him directly in the face. Then, to avenge his friends, Jilin forms a magical dragon from his sword and sends it forth against Zhen Hao. The latter summons a huge black cross to crush Jilin, but he somehow manages to dodge this attack as well, much to everyone's surprise. With his ego hurt, Zhen Hao activates a forbidden scroll. Even Ouyang's leader gets terrified at the sight of the scroll and orders everyone to evacuate. The whole arena crumbles down while Zhen Hao flies above with an altered appearance. However, all this managed to do was leave a couple of scars on Lin Ji's face, nothing more. Jilin finally puts an end to Zhen Hao's story and even takes some pictures to bully him. Episode number 11. A glimpse of Lin Wan's laboratory is shown where Zhen Feng is holding Lin Wan in his arms and everything else seems to be destroyed. Dong Yang sits on a chair as if undergoing a critical experimental process. He recalls that he grew up adoring Zero, because everyone looked up to him and respected him as if he was an idol. Dong Yang, out of his love for Zero, wanted to be just like him, and the experiment seems to be a way of granting him those powers. When Jilin takes down Zhen Hao, Miss Dong runs towards him for a hug, but falls on the ground from midair. Jilin looks around and realizes that everyone else is already on the ground. A voice erupts from the sky similar to that of Dong Yang, but the person in front looks nothing like him. He claims that although he has acquired godlike powers, he still has to get rid of Jilin because of the threat he poses. Dong Yang claims that despite his abilities, he is unable to peek into Jilin's mind. The latter is still as calm as one could be and calls Dong Yang a pirated version of a god. However, when Dong Yang mentions that he had sent Lin Wan to hell, it flips Jilin's switch. Dong Yang takes a peek into Jilin's mind and gets terrified of all the darkness. Zero's armor starts appearing on Jilin's body, and he undergoes a complete transformation. Dongyang refuses to accept that he is fighting the legendary Zero that was his inspiration. Zero uses the first form of his power to send him into outer space, and then uses second form to eliminate Dongyang completely. Episode 12. Ji-Lin transforms back to his original body and states that being powerful means nothing because he was unable to save one particular girl, something that he doesn't like talking about. When asked how he is so strong, he reveals that it is due to the fact that he has gone through countless battles that left wounds all over his body. When Ji-Lin states that he quit being Zero a long time ago, Dongyang asks him why he registered to be a hero again. To that, Ji-Lin simply shrugs and rolls his eyes. Back at the laboratory, his sister is shown to be doing fine. He scolds her for not signaling him through the pendant. He leaves to meet up with Dong for the last time and gets flashbacks of all the memories he has made with her. She seems to be leaving for a different city to teach at an academy. Ji-Lin warns her that the city has a high crime rate, but she still kisses him goodbye while the sun sets in the background. That's all for this video. Please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more recaps on all your favorite anime shows. You don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.